Hello guys, it's me Alan. Well, on this video I'm going to show you how I have mapped my PlayStation NAV to play on Marvel Rivals, and it's a general tips how you can remap the PlayStation NAV that has very few buttons with a mouse with only 5 buttons. Okay, my first recommendation, if you can do it, is better get a mouse with extra buttons. It will be easier. I prefer to do it like this because mainly mouse with many buttons are heavy or chunky, you know, and I like very small mice to point. That's a personal preference. I'm going to show you how I have mapped this this setup. As you can see, we have here the an overlay of the PlayStation controller, so you can see what buttons are mapped. So this is pretty much my mapping. Okay. First, moving, as you already know, we use the left stick, right? As you can see, it's moving in the overlay. My mouse is my right stick, so I can aim, okay? Personally, I prefer to have the D-pad just like in the controller, right? So I can navigate menus more naturally, okay? Next, to run, pretty much in most games, you have to press the left stick to run. This is a personal preference. I always prefer to run with the side button, the forward mouse button, as you can see. And next, to, you know, melee or press the right button on the right stick. Same is a personal preference. I like to use the middle mouse button for it. Okay, for shooting, of course, I have mapped the left mouse button. As you can see, is activating the right gamepad trigger, and the right mouse button is for the left trigger. As you can see, okay. Now, for the face buttons, for square, that is a button that we use in many games for reload. I'd like to map it to the mouse wheel up like this. So I press and I can be playing and just swipe the wheel upwards and I'm going to reload, okay? And for the triangle or Y on Xbox, I like to map the wheel down. This helps me, for example, on Call of Duty, you know, when you are doing the reload cancels and you have to press triangle many times, I can do it like this and I do it right away. Okay. Next, for jumping, I like to map my jump button or my cross or A on Xbox to this trigger in the PlayStation NAV. Why? Because for me, it's very easy to be moving and spamming the jump button like this. For crouching or circle or B on Xbox, I use my stick button in the PlayStation NAV. Okay, so for me it's easier to be playing in the game, and if I need to crouch, I just press the button and I crouch. For another games that you use crouch for many stuff like sliding and stuff, I like to map it to the back mouse button. But for this case, I prefer it like this for Marvel Rivals. Okay. Now, in many games, square is needed to be held down for a little bit, you know, to open, I don't know, a crate or to hold some options, open a door, pick it up a gun. So the scroll wheel doesn't help you, right? Because it's a very quick tap. So I map over here the square button so I can hold it, okay? And this is very, very handy like this. So I can be moving and just hitting the button with my finger like this, with my thumb. For triangle, I use this button, okay? I haven't mentioned my shoulder buttons, all right? And this is where it becomes like a little tricky. As you can see, I have this button over here on the PlayStation NAV. This is an input modifier. Input modifier is pretty much like a keyboard will be the shift key. When you hold down the shift key, many keys on your keyboard can print different characters, right? Same thing on Matrix. When you held down an input modifier, your buttons can do different actions or smart actions, all right? So this is my input modifier button. And when I hold it down and press the left mouse button, I can activate the left shoulder, as you can see, right? When I hold down the button and I do with the right mouse button, I have my right shoulder button. So in a game, when I have to press both together, you can do like this. And this is the workarounds when we came up with more buttons on a very limited mouse like this one, right? That's how I do it. Many people prefer to have the shoulder buttons over here right away. Like I said before, it's a personal preference. I prefer to hold it and do like this, okay? And now the touchpad, in many games, is like the map or the scoreboard. I use my input modifier button and I press the PlayStation button. As you can see, it lights up that I'm activating the touchpad or the view button on the Xbox, all right? Now, this button is very, very useful, the modifier. When I have like profiles for my guns or activate different smart actions for a hero or character, I hold this button and I can press the D-pad. This is for one profile, for another gun, for a second gun, etc. All right? You can do the same with all the buttons on your controller. It's your choice. For the options button, I just need to tap it like this. Just tap it. If I want the PlayStation button, I need to hold it for longer and it inactivates, right? As you can see right there. And yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. On the SyncCloud configuration for PlayStation NAV is going to be mapped like this. So watch the video so you can get familiar how I have all these wired. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for your comments. See you next time.